You know, does it wear you out to see the mainstream media because everything's a crisis? Anything that Trump does, oh, it's going to hell. Oh, God, yeah. You know, the problem with the aircraft carrier, people are dying on the aircraft carrier, on the USS Abraham Lincoln. No, not true. Oh, well, they've been there for 250 days. Yeah. How long were deployments in World War II or Korea? In World War II, you were deployed until the war was over. Unless you got shot or wounded. You were there until the war was over. So, look, it's what you signed up for. And I appreciate that you did. Anyhow, another thing, the oil reserves are at a dangerous low. Okay, is that true or not? Well, I need to get to the facts. That's what I do. I fact check. That's why Rey Trevino is here. He's from Pecos Country Energy. RT, nice to see you again.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Good to see you. You're a privately owned oil and gas exploration company. You're in it every day in Fort Worth, Texas. So, U.S. oil and the Strategic Petroleum Reserve is at its lowest level, I read here, since 1983. And to read the headlines, it's all doom and gloom. Maybe it is a big problem, but I need to trust you and your sense of things. Where are we?
That's a great question. And the Strategic Petroleum Reserve at this time is at an all-time low since 1983. This is cause for some form of a concern in the sense of national security. These strategic petroleum reserves were created after World War II to design to be safe, to keep us safe in a time of war when we need oil, when we can't get oil. And right now, obviously, we are continuing to produce 14 million barrels of oil a day, but also import millions of barrels of oil a day from places like the Middle East and Venezuela. Right now, I do think it is a great time strategically to fill up the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. Make no doubt about it. President Trump, at the end of his first term, attempted to fill up the petroleum reserves at $25 a barrel, but the Democrat-ran Congress denied him that opportunity.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
What an opportunity was missed.
Yeah, and then they went and filled it at several times that price during the Biden administration because inflation went wild. The price of oil went to $139 a barrel. It was a crazy time. Inflation was over 9%. And they denied the president, Donald Trump, in his first term to fill the petroleum reserve. All right, so give me an idea. If oil stopped moving today 100% globally, which isn't going to happen, but if it did, how long would the Strategic Petroleum Reserve last us? Do you have any idea?
At this point right now, I do think we would be safe for a little over anywhere between 60 to 90 days. However, that being said, we would need to definitely revamp our refineries here in America. As I've said before, 25% of the American refineries can actually process that sweet Texas crude that we make here in Texas and across the United States, while that true crude oil that we import is what 75% of our refineries actually are able to process.
Oil from places like Venezuela, the heavy crude, not that light crude that comes from Texas, not that beautiful light crude that comes from Texas. So 14 million barrels a day we're producing now, more than ever. But we use 20 million barrels a day, give or take. So we're about 6 million barrels a day short. If there was a real crisis, do you think the president could impose the Defense Production Act, push the idea of getting refineries built faster? Because, look, we haven't built a refinery in, 5 decades, right?
That's correct. Yes, here in Texas, we are building the first refinery in exactly 50 years. We're very excited about that. But no, that Defense Production Act would definitely be a situation where we could build even more refineries and get them built a lot more quickly.
So the one that's being built in, I believe it's Brownsville, Texas, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
How big a facility is this? What will its capacity be? What will be the net effect? Because, look, I also know, and so do you, RT, that right now we're exporting more gasoline and diesel and finished products than ever in American history. We're short. The price of gasoline is over $4 a gallon, national average, according to AAA this morning, 406. And yet we're exporting tremendous amounts of gasoline and diesel, right? What would the capacity of this new refinery be, and would it have a big impact? Will it?
Yes, no, I do think this new refinery will have a positive impact in the sense that it's showing that we can do this quickly and safely and begin to truly become more energy independent. This refinery is going to do somewhere around 250,000 barrels of oil a day, and that means process 250,000 barrels of oil a day, and that will be able to make diesel, jet fuel, gasoline. However, to actually move the needle and move up from that 25%, it won't do that. But again, it does point us in the right direction. The other great thing about that particular refinery that's being built is it's going to have pipelines from the Permian Basin, along with probably Wyoming and Colorado, so that the oil is moved there as quickly as possible to be processed as possible, and then get back out to the American people for that affordable, reliable, and abundant energy source of oil and gas.
So you put one in Texas. I know there's a big refinery in Indiana that had some problems a few weeks ago, had to shut down for a bit. It drove the price here in Michigan and throughout the Great Lakes region way through the roof. How much more capacity do we need? One refinery? 10? I mean, I have no idea. What do we really need?
We could really use what I would like to call some super major refineries. For example, several years ago, ExxonMobil refurbished part of one of the refineries that they have, and it is now able to do over 250,000 barrels of oil a day. And that is a small part of that one major refinery facility. So if we could actually build several major refinery facilities throughout the Gulf Coast, or heck, why not even on the West Coast, to really provide that abundant, affordable energy for those in California as well.
Yeah.
That type of size of refinery would truly help the United States.
Well, there you have it. RT, thank you for answering my questions, because we need an education. The SPR is at its lowest level since I was in high school. Pretty remarkable. Sir, thank you.
Thank you as always. And for more info and information, people can go to pecosinfo.com.
Pecosinfo.com. Find out more with RT, our go-to when it comes to oil questions. RT, thank you. We'll take a break and be right back. It's Monday. Nice to see you.